Hey Bailey, what's going on with you at the moment?
Hello, Greta. Right now, I'm considering heading out for some shopping with the kids. Is there a specific reason you're asking?
Oh, really? Are you planning to go shopping right now? What items are you picking up?
Just some usual stuff, groceries, toilet paper, the typical everyday items. What's prompting all these questions?
But it's Friday. Are you really going to spend your Friday afternoon running errands?
Does the day of the week really matter when it comes to errands?
Wow, did you just say that? That's quite a judgmental perspective. You know, it seems like you might not realize just how judgmental that comment is.
I'm sorry. Why would you say something like that? I don't believe any of what you're assuming about me is accurate.
Yeah, I apologize. I tend to be straightforward with people and express my honest opinions. Besides, if your only response to someone calling you poor is what you just said, it probably disproves their point.
Greta, your message is a bit confusing. Is there a particular reason you're reaching out to me?
Well, some of the other moms from our preschool were planning to grab some coffee at a nice cafe, and we thought about inviting you as well.
Oh, really? Are you all planning to go out together?
Actually, the other women here suggested inviting you along. But don't worry, Bailey. I told them it might be best to let you decide for yourself.
What? Why would you say something like that?
Because I assumed you might not have the means to join us.
Excuse me? Where are you getting that idea?
I mean, isn't it true? Your family might be struggling financially, right? You might be relying on welfare and food stamps, I guess. If you can barely afford essentials, it's unlikely you'd be able to join us at the cafe.
Greta, you're being incredibly rude right now, and I don't understand why. If this is your way of inviting me, I think I'd rather decline the offer. Well, I've already made plans to take care of my shopping today, so I'll stick with that. Changing my schedule seems like too much hassle right now.
Bailey, you don't have to make excuses. Just be honest with me.
Greta, I honestly don't understand what you're getting at today.
I sense that you're trying to come up with reasons not to join us today, but the truth is that you might not be able to come because of financial constraints. It seems like you're in a different financial situation than the rest of us. It's unfortunate that you can't even afford simple pleasures like grabbing coffee with friends.
Greta, you're completely mistaken. Why do you assume I'm struggling financially? I have no idea where you're getting this information. My family is content with where we are, and I don't appreciate your comments.
Really? Then why do you often wear hand-me-down clothes? Do you think you'll fit in around here with that kind of wardrobe?
I wear what I want because I don't prioritize always looking fashionable or buying expensive brands. Plus, I just had my second child, so fashion isn't my top concern right now.
Is that the best explanation you can offer? Come on! Your appearance doesn't define your worth as a woman, you know. If you can't afford nice clothes, it's okay to admit it, but don't play games. Just acknowledge that you might not fit the mold of the other moms from the school.
Greta, you can keep saying whatever you like. I don't care anymore. I'd love to join the other ladies from the school when I'm invited. But your attitude makes it really unappealing.
You're still finding excuses not to join us today, it seems. Maybe you could ask the other moms to cover your coffee, and then you might be able to join us.
Are you even hearing what I'm saying? I'm perfectly fine meeting with the other women. It's you that I have an issue with.
Well, it's a shame you won't be able to afford to join us on that upcoming trip.
Trip? What trip? I haven't heard anything about it.
Of course not. I made sure only those of us with some financial flexibility knew about it. It won't be cheap, you know? But when you're as well off as us, you can take such trips whenever you like. Can you even imagine being able to do something like that? Anyway, we're planning a trip together, but I doubt you could even dream of affording it. It might just bankrupt your whole family, and you'd all be on the streets before the plane took off.
Okay, this is getting ridiculous.
Oh, don't get upset. Don't be mad that you won't be going on an amazing trip with your friends to a tropical paradise just because of your financial situation.
Do whatever you want. I really don't care at all, And I don't know why you keep talking as if you're superior. I don't see why you can't treat everyone as equals. You're not better than anyone. Besides, it's not like you earned that money. It's not like you work.
Yeah, that's typical from someone in your financial situation.
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
Only wealthy women will be going on this trip. I suppose you can stay home and use Google Maps to explore some tropical islands, the way poor people usually take their vacations.
Whatever. You can keep talking. I don't care about this anymore.
2 weeks later.
Good morning, Bailey. What's on your agenda today?
Why is it any of your concern what I'm doing right now? I have my own plans that have nothing to do with you. How about that?
Is that any way to greet a friend? I mean, I'm being quite generous, even engaging in conversation with someone of your standing. You should show some gratitude.
Are you seriously claiming to be nice while spouting some of the most absurd nonsense I've ever heard? If that's your version of being nice, then I'll gladly pass.
You know, today is the day we're all heading out on our trip. Well, everyone except you because you're too financially challenged to even consider it.
Oh, your trip is today, huh? That's perfectly fine. I never wanted to go anywhere with you anyway. No need to bother me with these messages.
You're quite cheeky for someone who's really beneath me. Besides, it's your own fault you can't join us. Maybe if you weren't in such dire financial straits, things would be different.
I don't even bother reading your texts anymore. Say what you want. I truly couldn't care less at this point. Anyway, I have better things to do, like watching the paint dry.
It appears that people of lower means lack manners. But then again, what can you expect from someone who's never had everything they desire like I have? All I know is that I'm grateful I wasn't born into poverty. I can't fathom living a life like yours. Being rich is truly a blessing.
Yeah.
You have no right to partake in such an exclusive and amazing trip we're about to embark on. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us to escape, and you won't be there.
I see. But can you really afford this trip when your husband is out of a job? I mean, can your finances support something like that?
Wait, what did you just say? What's that supposed to mean?
I've never quite understood why you think you're so superior to everyone else, but I suppose I should enlighten you since it seems you're unaware. My husband is your husband's boss. Did you know that, Greta?
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
I should clarify that my husband used to be your husband's boss. That is, until recently. Didn't you hear? Your husband was let go about a month ago.
What are you talking about?
I suppose you two don't discuss work much at home, huh? Maybe I should have mentioned my husband more to you and the other ladies, but it always slipped my mind. I wasn't trying to hide this, but it's true. My husband used to be your husband's boss before he was let go.
I don't believe it. You're making this up.
No, there's no doubt about it. Your husband was indeed let go. So, I hope you're comfortable with going on this extravagant trip now.
There's no way that can be true.
Well, it is. I don't know what else to tell you.
No, that can't be right. Your husband and you must have confused my husband with someone else. There's no way he's the same person your husband let go. I mean, my husband still goes to work every day.
So, you really didn't know about this, huh? That's surprising. Maybe he was keeping it from you, do you think?
Keeping what? What are you talking about? There's nothing to hide.
I'm telling you that your husband has lost his job. He's unemployed. I've seen him spending hours behind a grocery store, just idling away.
It can't be. There's no way my husband was fired. I refuse to believe it. It can't be true.
Okay. Do you know for sure that every day when he leaves home, he's going to the office? Have you ever dropped him off in front of his workplace?
Well, no. I can't say for certain where he goes after he leaves, but that's because I trust him, and I know he still has a job.
Oh, you trust him? Well, then I guess it's only a matter of time until you find out unless you ask him directly.
He's actually working overtime right now, even though it's the weekend. So even if I reached out to him, I doubt he'd have time to respond.
I'm sorry to say, but his previous company never required weekend work. That's a fact. By the way, in case you're wondering why he was let go, it was due to his consistent lack of productivity at his desk.
Lacking productivity? What do you mean by that?
I don't know if he wasn't getting enough sleep or something, but he was frequently arriving at work half awake. He'd often struggle to perform his tasks and frequently disregarded instructions given to him. Everyone assumed it might be stress from home or something similar, but ultimately, he was fired for not meeting his job requirements.
This is the first time I'm hearing about this. But if my husband lost his job, what about our finances? Who will pay off the credit card I'm using for this trip if he's unemployed?
That sounds more like your concern, Greta. Maybe you should consider handling it, huh? You like to act superior to others, even though you were unaware that your own husband has been jobless for a month. You even looked down on me because you assumed my family lacked money. But in the end, you didn't even know that my husband was a director at your husband's company.
How could I have known? I don't know what to say. I'm genuinely shocked right now.
Anyway, I thought I should inform you that even the other moms in our group don't like you.
What? They don't like me?
In fact, they regularly come over to my house so we can have coffee and tea together, without you. I'm only mentioning this because we've all grown tired of your attitude.
What? Did they go to your house for coffee and tea? I had no idea. Why was I never invited? I'd like to join them.
Did you not read anything I just said? I literally explained that we gather to avoid you. No one wants you around because you cause problems for all the other women in our group.
I can't believe what I'm reading. I thought we were all friends. How could they do this to me? What did I do to deserve this? You turned them against me.
No, I didn't. Do you ever go back and read the messages you send to people? Some of the things you write are incredibly hurtful. Anyway, getting back to the point, are you certain it's wise to go on such a major trip when your husband no longer has a job? I believe all the other ladies have already taken their flights. What's your plan?
This is a disaster.
What's wrong?
I'm already on the plane. I'm texting you using the onboard Wi-Fi. But I don't have any cash with me. I intended to cover everything with my credit card. If my husband can't pay off the card, what am I supposed to do? How will I manage?
It seems you've found yourself in quite a predicament, haven't you? Your poor husband. No wonder he seemed so drained every day at the office. Anyway, I hope you can make it home safely.
I've been messaging him repeatedly, and he's not even reading the texts. Did your husband genuinely fire mine just because I teased you a bit? Isn't that taking things too far?
Of course not. He'd never do that. He doesn't mix business with personal matters. Besides, being your husband's boss doesn't give him the power to dismiss him without reason. If he attempted to fire your husband as some sort of retaliation for me, he might lose his own job.
Is your husband still employed?
Yes, he is. He hasn't lost his job.
Well, then he needs to take action. He must help my husband.
What do you mean?
I mean, he needs to reinstate my husband's job immediately. Can he do that?
I don't think that's possible. I don't even think it's within his authority.
Please, Bailey, you have to assist me. I'm deeply sorry for everything. I should never have said those rude, mean things to you. I sincerely apologize, and it won't happen again. So please, you must save me. Save my family. You're my only hope right now.
No, that's not going to happen. And even if I had the power to change it, I wouldn't.
But why? How can you be so heartless to me? Can't you see I'm desperate?
Because I don't like you, Greta. So why would I ever do something to help you, huh? We were never friends, and we never will be. You're just a rude, hateful woman I've had to tolerate since we first met.
But you can't just abandon me like this. What are we supposed to do?
That's your problem, not mine. You've belittled others simply because you thought you had more money than them. Well, now you'll have to experience firsthand what it's like to face financial challenges. Maybe you'll think twice about being condescending in the future. My family and I are about to leave on vacation. See you around.
Afterward.
In the end, Greta was never able to reach her husband. It was as if he had disappeared into thin air. She had also accumulated a substantial balance on the credit card she'd been using. But it appeared that her husband had emptied their bank accounts before vanishing. Since Greta didn't have a job, there was no way for her to pay off her debts. Rumors circulated that she turned to her parents for financial assistance and eventually relocated to another town, effectively dropping off the map. I have no idea where she is, and personally, I prefer to keep it that way. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.